be a veto on people, expressing their wishes. Like, we went through the process of having an agreement, and, it's a decision to be made by the people in Northern Ireland ultimately. So I suppose the political representatives in Northern Ireland should be trying to figure out how they can ensure that all identities in Northern Ireland could be protected in the United Ireland, okay? And if the Alliance Party can do that, great. But obviously, I don't know whether Unionism is going to engage with that proposal emanating from Sinn Féin. Maybe they will. The SDLP has an important role to play in this as well,
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the question I was missing. The SDLP and at one point, and Fianna Fáil at one point, there was going to be some kind of alliance between the two, and that fell short. Yeah,
we haven't done enough of it. It was announced in January 2019. Then there was an election, blah, blah, blah. The precursor to the election dominated 2019. But you're right. If we're going to do it, like, there's only so long you can be engaged to somebody. If you're going to get married or not, do it, And I think we should engage with the SDLP. The SDLP are getting stronger in Northern Ireland. We just need more diverse voices talking about this topic. That's the one message I would like to put out there. We need more diverse voices. And even if it's just, Fianna Fáil voices, as opposed to, say, Sinn Féin voices, if we get SDLP voices and Alliance voices, and maybe voices in business. And then you get even Unionism by talking about the poll and the future and their desire to retain the Union. Their voices as well, all contributing to it. So it's an issue to be determined by discussion, debate, and democracy.
It's kind of interesting that, Jeff, that I have found it, the DUP is more open to talking to me than Sinn Féin.
Why is that?
I think that's a good question. Well, I spent a lot of time developing links with unionist parties back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And I wrote a book on the Irish hunger strikes.
I'm sorry, I haven't read it. I read a bit, Pádraig, and I apologize, I haven't read your work.
That's okay. I wouldn't expect it's out of print now. If you like, I'll send you on a copy. But they never forgave me for it.
Okay,
because I talked to all the families, and they tried to stop me from talking to the families because they had their narrative of what the hunger strikes were about and what happened. So I was working. It took me 3 years to get through to the family through a man followed Dennis Fall, one of the people who brought the hunger strikes to an end. But anyway, if you like, I said on to you, I send you on the link to a. Does the Dáil now sit in Dáil Éireann, or does it?
Yeah, we're here in Dáil Éireann. Listen, by the way, I should tell you, I've been asked by a college in Cambridge, where I studied for a number of years, Sydney Sussex College, to give a paper next week, coincidentally, so it's fortuitous, this discussion, on the political, economic and legal consequences of Irish reunification, okay?
Uh-huh.
So what I'll do is I'm trying to put together a paper, and I'll send it on to you.
Great.
It's a webinar next Tuesday, the 23rd. I think it's at 3:30, Sydney Sussex College.
Great. And who else, like, in Fianna Fáil, should I try to talk to?
Well, listen, like, I'm conscious you're recording here, so in terms of Fianna Fáil, like, can I speak to you without just going into your book?
Of course, no. The names, good Lord, no.
Oh, in terms of Fianna Fáil, like, Fianna Fáil needs to, identify more with its core beliefs, and its primary core belief is the establishment of an Irish Republic, independence of Ireland. And that's the reason I joined Fianna Fáil. It's why most people have joined Fianna Fáil. It's probably why Mary Lou MacDonald joined Fianna Fáil. It's because we didn't believe in a violent solution to the problem of partition. But we don't espouse it enough. And I think part of the problem is that, I suppose, since Sinn Féin have become more competitive and more challenging in southern politics, we have shied away from our republicanism, which has damaged us. So, like, my view is, anyone asks me, what are the objectives of Fianna Fáil? First one is reunification of the country. Well, who should you speak? You should speak to Billy Kelleher. He's an MEP.
Sorry, Stephen?
Billy Kelleher. Billy Kelleher, MEP. He's a member of the European Parliament.
Yes.
Let's speak to him.
Sorry, is Ian?
Billy, as in King Billy.
Oh, Billy, okay.
Billy Kelleher.
Yes.
Kelleher.
Mm-hmm.
Let's speak to him. Who else will I speak to? Eamon O'Queeve.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jesus, who else? Have you spoken to Bertie?
Pardon?
Bertie Ahern?
I talked to Bertie, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, we've become fairly quiet on reunification and Fianna Fáil, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But
I talked to it with a Mark Daly.
Oh yeah, Mark's a good guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brendan Smith, interesting Fianna Fáil TD from a border county. You should speak to Pat the Cope Gallagher.
Yeah. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, could I have your mobile in Dublin?
Yeah, 086
Mm-hmm.
399
Mm-hmm.
3807.
That's great.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, okay?
Nice to
Thanks
talk
for
to
being
you.
so accommodating, and I look forward to that paper. And I'll put a copy of that book in the mail.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, okay. Thanks very much. Thanks a million.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, bye-bye now. Take care.
All right.